Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Cairn floor lamp. This is going to be the 24-1200. So this is part of a wonderful Cairn collection, and you're going to also be able to see a table lamp that matches this beautifully, as well as some pendants, including dining pendants that go over your dining room table and pendants that can go over your kitchen island. It's utilizing Hubbardton Forge's hand-poured and hand-cast glass. These discs look exactly like Arctic ice that are holding little air bubbles inside, really striking. The idea of the light is going to pour down from above, go into these discs, and it's going to hit those little air bubbles and have a really dramatic effect. They're really, really pretty. Let's get into the size of the fixture. It's pretty tall, 71.8 inches. Diameter is coming in at 15, so it's nice and slender. 32.8 pounds. Center of gravity is in the middle, so it's going to be very stable. Let's talk about a couple other quick things. The diameter of that shade is going to dictate how wide this is, and that's at 15 inches. And Hubbardton Forge sources their lampshades from the United States. They're made not too far from us. And the outer fabric on this is going to be a very tight weave, kind of like your best Brooks Brothers shirt, natural white Anna, which is going to be a pure white. The inside of this has a white reflective material. Not only does it let light out, but it also reflects light up and down. So that's going to be pretty important, because the whole idea of this is you want to get light. Drum shades are great. You want to get light going straight up. That's going to hit your ceiling and bounce all around the room and light the room beautifully. But it's also going to put light down, and that's going to go and hit those glass pieces and illuminate down below it as well. So you could read under this, obviously, but it can light up an entire room with absolutely no problem. Okay, let's get into what you can use as far as the socket goes and what you can use as lamps. So it's going to be using this. This is an on-off dimmer switch. There's a little microchip hiding in the bottom of this. So it's not only is it an on-off, but it's also a dimmer, and you can kind of hear it, the little clicking sound. Goes up, comes back down again. Regular screw-in bulb. We all grew up with these, very easy. If you want to stay with an incandescent, you can do that. Our incandescent friend here, but it's going to be a 75 watt max, so just remember that. But I think you can do much better than that by just going into LEDs, and there's a lot of them you can use. That harp is pretty big on this because the shade itself is pretty tall, which means you can stay with an A19. That's an A19, same size as our little friend here, our incandescent bulb. This maxes out about 100 to 150 watt equivalent, which is still quite a bit, don't forget. But if you want to go to town, you can really do that on this lamp. You can jump up to this one, and so A19, A20, see the difference? So this will fit in there without a problem, and I can get this up to 150 to a 200 watt equivalent. And then also, here's our other friend. This is the A21, which is even bigger. I can get this up to a 300 watt equivalent. Now, if you're going to be doing that, I'm not crazy about this part of it. So this kind of blocks light from going down, and the whole point of this lamp is I want to get light down on those pieces of glass. So I probably would shy away from that type. I would stick with one of these instead, because you notice there's nothing blocking the light going down. So it's going to put light in all directions, and they both have that little microchip in the bottom. So again, you can fit in, I'd probably start off with an A19 and get a 100 watt equivalent and see how that looks and how that works for you. But just knowing that you can jump up to a much brighter bulb is going to be a good thing. They're going to offer these bulbs to you in all kinds of different ways. Remember that. We talk about it in all the videos. They're going to offer them to you in 2700 Kelvin. That's going to be a super yellow light, like a setting sun. They're going to offer them to you in something called daylight. That one you got to be a little weary of. Daylight sounds like a warm light, but it's not. That's that kind of bluish white light, like an overcast day or a convenience store, and that's going to be 4,000 to 5,000 Kelvin on that Kelvin scale. What we like to use in our showroom is warm white, soft white, and that's the light coming down on this desk from these 3,000 Kelvin LEDs just above. So that's what we like to use here. In any event, just pick the light you want. I would stick with the clear ones just to be on the safe side, and then just get a dimmable version of that bulb. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you are on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over in the red tabs with the pictures in them over there. You're going to see a Finishes Help Guide tab. Open that up for me. It's going to be a video there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes, how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a chart just down below. So scroll down a little bit. You're going to see a chart. You can click on that chart. So you can click on dark smoke. You can click on soft gold. Doesn't matter. Big page will pop up showing lots of different things in that finish. you can go back to the chart and you'll notice there's letters A's on them, letter B's on some of those things, and that's going to be showing you this range of variants that you can expect to see on different translucent finishes, but I'll talk about all of that in the video, okay? Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. And those same red tabs, you're going to see a what's on display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus, you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.